Good morning, children. This is Seema teacher. So I am going to take physics for you all now. Sorry for inconvenience. We could not start from first semester, so we have started now. So I am going to start with the chapter 8, that is motion. Okay. I hope you have studied in the previous classes what do you mean by motion. Okay, children. Motion is nothing but the movement of any object. Okay, that is called motion. So in everyday life we see some objects at rest and others in motion. Okay, so what do you mean by rest? I hope you know what do you mean by rest also. When the object is at means it's not in a movement or motion, it is called as a rest. Okay, so we come across many things in day-to-day life, like birds fly, fish swim, blood flows through veins, arteries, and car moves. Okay, animals will be moving, planets, stars, molecules, atoms, and galaxies, all are in the motion. We say this, all are in the motion. We often perceive an object to be in motion when its position changes with the time. Suppose when you keep one book on the table, does it move by itself? No, unless we move it from that place, it cannot move. But the remaining things like animals, birds and all, they move from one place to another with respect to time. So that is called as motion, isn't it, children? There are situations where the motion is inferred through indirect evidences. For example, we infer the motion of air by observing the movement of dust and the movement of leaves and the branches of the trees. Okay, children? Okay. How you feel? Can you feel the air? No. Just by seeing the leaves and all, we'll come to know that air is there, means we feel the air. Okay, we'll come to know that wind is blowing and the leaves are moving, branches are shaking, isn't it, children? So this is known by, this is what do you mean by motion? Okay, so what causes of the phenomena of sunrise, sunset and changing the seasons? Is it due to the motion of the earth? Yes, it is. It is due to the motion of the earth. However, the earth moves, the seasons changes. You know, you have studied in your earlier classes also, children, isn't it? So why don't you directly perceive the motion of the earth? Okay, so when the object appear to be moving for one person and stationary for some other, and the passengers who are sitting in the bus, train, the roadside trees and the person standing on the roadside will appear that even they are moving along with us, isn't it, children? A person standing on the roadside perceives the bus along with the passengers as moving, isn't it? So however, the passenger inside the bus sees his fellow passengers to be at rest, then what do these observations indicate? Obviously, this is a motion. This is a motion. So most of the motions are complex. Some objects may move in a straight line, some may in a circular path, some may move in the curved path, some may rotate and few others may vibrate. So like that, many types of motions are there. There may be situations involving the combination of these all, because it depends upon the situation. Okay, car, when the car is moving on the road, so it will be moving in the straight line. Whenever the road diverts, it takes a curved line, isn't it, children? So first we have to describe the motion. So I have described you what do you mean by motion in this. So motion is nothing but the movement of the object. Okay, so for just an example I'll give you. Assume that school is in a village 2 kilometers north of the railway station. Your school is in a village 2 kilometers north of the railway station. We have specified the position of the school with respect to the railway station. Okay, so the railway station is reference point. Okay, we could have also chosen other reference points according to our convenience. Therefore, to describe the position of an object, we need to specify a reference point called the origin. That is the origin, means from there you are starting your journey. From there you are starting your journey. So that is called reference point. Okay. So motion along a straight line. When you may see the example also given in the textbook. Like consider the motion of an object moving along with the straight path. The object starts its journey from O. I think you can see in the textbook. It is page number 99. Okay, so which is the object starts its journey from O, which is treated as its reference point. So let A, B, C represent the position of the object at different instants. Okay, so at the first the object moves through C and B and reaches A. So then it moves back along the same path and reaches C through B. So this is the total path of the line or the length covered by the object. This is called straight line. Okay, means motion along a straight line. So we have many types of motions like linear motion, rectilinear motion, circular motion, okay, oscillatory motion. You have studied in your earlier classes also, like bus moving on the road, that is called linear motion. Earth rotating around the sun, that is called circular motion. And you watch cricket, when the bowler throws the ball, how it goes, children? It may go in any direction, isn't it? But somewhat like curved. So this is called curved motion. So a spring is stretched. One more example. Spring is stretched. It expands and goes back to its original position. This is oscillatory motion. It may be to and fro. So it is called oscillatory motion. Isn't it, children? So we came to know the types of motion also. All are not same, but sometimes it depends upon the object how it moves. Okay. But in this chapter we focus on linear motion. Linear motion. Okay, children. So linear motion I'll let you know in the next video. So first what we studied now? Rest. What is rest? If any body is not changed its location with respect to time, that is called rest. What is motion? When the body changes its location with respect to time, we say the body is in motion. Okay, children. So types of motion: linear motion, circular motion, okay, oscillatory motion. So these are all some types of motion which we are going to study in this chapter. But main thing, we are going to study about the linear motion, children. Isn't it? Okay, so this is all about the introduction of the motion. Okay, in the next video I am going to start with the other topics of the same lesson. Okay, children, I hope you have finished your SA1 exam also. Now forthcoming exam is FA3. For that this lesson will be included. Okay, children, thank you.